The sun was going down. The sky was orange and red. Birds flew home. The trees became dark. Amara put a clay pot on her head. She walked slowly down the red dusty path. Her feet were bare. Her smile was wide. I will come back before the frogs. Start singing, she told her mother. Her mother, Adabe, frowned. It is getting late, my daughter. The forest is not a friend at night. But Amara laughed. She was only 17. She believed nothing could touch her. That was the last time anyone saw her alive. She never returned home. That night, when darkness came and frogs began their songs, Adab stood at the door. She waited. She looked down the path. But no footsteps came. She must be with her friends at the well, she told herself. But deep inside, her heart began to worry. An hour passed. Then, too, still no Amara. Adab told her husband, Ak. He called the neighbors. They lit lanterns. They walked down the path. They searched the well. They found her slippers side by side, placed neatly on the stone. Lip of the well, the pot was still full of clean water. Not broken, not spilled. It looked like someone had set it down gently. But Amara was not there. There was no blood, no scream, no sign of struggle, no footprints running away. It was like she had stepped out of her shoes and vanished into the air. People whispered. Some said maybe a man had taken her. Some said maybe she ran away. Others said, no, this is not human. The priest was called. He came from across the river. He wore bones, ash, and feathers. He walked around the well, sniffed the air. Then he said, this well remembers nothing. That is not normal. Days passed. Then weeks. The forest was quiet. The sky gave no answers. The earth kept her secrets. No. One said the word death. Not Adab. She refused. There is no body, she said. So there is no death. Amara's bed stayed untouched. Her clothes were folded. Her favorite beads remained in a bowl by the window. Every morning her mother cooked her favorite food and placed it beside the shrine. She will come back, she whispered. Girls don't stay away. But deep inside, she knew something was wrong. Children were told not to go near the well. The women fetched water from the river, even though it was far. The men walked faster past the well at night. No one sang near. No one lit fires close by. Then the strange things began. 3 nights after Amara disappeared. Her little brother Ina woke up needing to pee. He walked barefoot down the hallway. Moonlight lit the floor. That's when he saw it. A shadow, small, thin, like a girl. It stood near the kitchen wall. He blinked. No one was there. He turned round. Still no one. When he looked again, the shadow was gone. He ran back to bed, his heart beating fast. He said nothing the next morning, but the next night he saw it again. The same shadow. This time it stood at the foot of his bed, not moving, not breathing. He hid under his blanket. He did not sleep. In the morning, he still said nothing. Then came the scream. Adab had gone to clean Amara's room. She opened the door and stopped. There were muddy footprints on the floor, small, bare, just like a girl's. They led from the bed. To the window, Amara's beaded anklet, which had never been moved, was now on the floor. One red bead was missing. Adab dropped to her knees and cried. She came back, she whispered. Ina told his mother about the shadow. Did it speak? She asked. No, it only watched me. Adab looked at him for a long time. Do not be afraid of her, she said. She is not angry. She is just lost. That night, she left Amara's room door open for the first time. The house felt strange. The wind was still, the air heavy. Then things began to move. A scarf found hanging from the roof. A wooden comb placed in the hallway. Amara's wrapper, folded on a chair. Each item was hers, each placed with care. Adab placed a calabash of water by the door. She added a comb. A wrapper. If you are cold, warm yourself, she whispered. If you are tired, come inside. The next morning the water was gone. Not spilled. Gone. The calabash was dry. The wrapper had shifted. The comb had moved. That night, all the candles in the house went out at once. The air turned cold. Something was breathing in the house. Adab did not sleep. The next morning, fresh red hibiscus petals were found on the floor. It was not hibiscus season. The villagers whispered again. "She walks in shadow now," someone said. "She wants to come home," said another. But the priest said something different. "She was never buried," he said. "No blessing was given. What you see is not a ghost. It is a memory that refuses to be forgotten." Ina stayed close to his parents. He did not sleep alone, and every night the shadow came. Every night the shadow came. Every night the house changed. Doors opened by themselves. Footsteps were heard on the roof. The air turned cold even when the fire was burning. Sometimes Adab would wake up and find the food she left for Amara was gone. The bowl was empty, but no one had eaten. Ina kept seeing the shadow, sometimes in the hallway, sometimes standing near his bed. It never spoke. It never moved. It only watched. Then something new happened. The mirror in the main room began to fog. It was strange because it was dry season. There was no rain, no water in the air. But the mirror became cloudy, like someone had breathed on it. At first, Adabe thought it was just old glass. But the next day there were small fingerprints on the mirror. Tiny handprints, like a child had touched it. She wiped it clean. But the prince came back every night. One night, Ox sat in front of the mirror. It's cool. He was carving a wooden toy, like he always did. When he looked up, he froze. Behind his reflection, he saw another figure. A girl, thin, still. Standing behind him, he turned around quickly. No one was there, but the mirror was still warm. Like someone had been standing close. He told Adab she believed him. The next night, Adab placed Amara's beads, wrapper, and comb near the mirror. "If you are here, speak to us," she whispered. Then the scratching began. Light, soft scratching, like fingers moving across glass. They heard it at night. Slow, then gone. Adab touched the mirror. It felt cold, not like water, not like stone. It felt like something had taken the warmth away. The next morning, red beads were found on the floor. One rolled near the fire, another near the mirror. Adabe picked them up with shaking hands. "She's trying to speak," she said. Ina began hearing knocking sounds. Not from the door, from the mirror. One knock, then silence. Two knocks, then silence again. Then one night the shadow stepped out of the mirror. Ina saw it first. He had woken to drink water. He passed the mirror and stopped. There she was, Amara. But only her shape. She had no face, only a shadow. But he knew it was her. She raised her hand slowly, like she wanted to touch him. Ina stepped back. Then the shadow faded, vanished into the mirror. That same night, Adab had a dream. She was standing in a red field filled with flowers. The wind was strong, and the sky was full of strange eyes. Then she heard a soft voice. "I want to come home." Adabe woke up crying. The next day she called the village priest. "She has not crossed over," she said. "She is trapped. Her body is gone, but her spirit remains." The priest came. He looked at the mirror. He said something was left undone, a story unfinished. Then he gave her a task. Go to the place where she vanished. Speak her name. Offer her something that belongs to her. She must be remembered. She must be guided. That evening, just before sunset, Adab walked alone to the well. She carried Amara's beads, her wrapper, and a small wooden doll that Ak carved. She placed them on the stone lip of the well. Then she knelt down. "Amara, my child, I do not know where you are. I do not know what happened, but I see your shadow. I feel your breath. If you are lost, find your way. If you are trapped, be free. Your name still lives in this house. You are not forgotten." The wind blew hard. The beads rolled. The doll tipped over. The wrapper lifted like it was caught by a hand. Then everything became still. That night, the mirror did not fog. That night, the scratching stopped. That night, the house was quiet. Atabey, Oak, and Ina sat together in silence. No one spoke. Until midnight the mirror began to glow. Not fog, not shadow, soft light. Inside the glass, they saw her, Amara, her full face. Her eyes shining. Her smile gentle. She looked at them, not sad, not angry, but peaceful. Then she faded slowly, like smoke in. The wind. The next morning, the mirror was clear. The house felt warm. And on Amara's bed, someone had folded her wrapper neatly. The red bead was placed in the center. Ina picked it up. "She's home," he whispered. Atabey nodded. Yes, in spirit, the priest came again. He blessed the house. He blessed the mirror. He told the villagers, when the body is gone, but the heart is still waiting, the spirit stays behind. But when the name is spoken with love, and the soul is remembered, even shadows can rest. From that day, no shadow came again. But the family still kept her room open, every year. On the day she vanished, they placed flowers by the mirror. And sometimes, just sometimes, when the moon is full, the mirror glows again, only for a moment. Soft light, a quiet sign that Amara still watches. But now she is at peace.